New Cryptoking video. Should we watch those on stream? Those could be great stream content, because I just like, I'm kind of a dick, to be honest, to him, but it's, yeah, I kind of want to watch it, honestly, now that
Axie develop.
Oh my god, Jesus, fuck, dude, this guy. Whee! Is the same individual Cryptoking is not. I mean, he's definitely a little crazy, right? Obviously. But, I mean, he's doing it for the clicks, man. He doesn't care about the game. I mean, he cares about his investment, but he cares about the clicks more than anything. That's all that matters to him. Let's watch it. Please don't go watch this video after me. Do not go support this video. Auto dislike. We'll even leave a funny comment after it if you guys want.
Developers have had enough, and now they're resorting to insulting the majority of their community by calling them entitled. Today we're going to read through a bunch of different tweets to see
Here we go.
what Sayori has to say about the Axie Infinity community.
These two are
According
beefing,
to
bro.
Sayori, entitlement is a very strange part of human psychology. Very, very interestingly enough, this came right after my video talking about SLP and how the developers are refusing to do anything about SLP while they do everything to try and make AXS go up in price point.
Thank you for the follow, Momski.
Everything they possibly can to line their pockets, or is it the players who want a better game and an investment aspect to be focused on as opposed to their shit game? I mean, let's be honest here. We covered this already many, many times, but 90% of players got into Axie Infinity because it was an investment to them.
90% of all players.
Yet Sayori will not shut up about the fact that he thinks that it's a game first.
Shut up.
According to no statistics, like, nobody really thinks this inside of his own community yet. That's all he is talking about.
Nobody thinks this at all.
In the chain of tweets that we had today, a person says Axie is both a game and an investment. It won't be Axie if it loses one or the other.
Right.
And this guy right here, Andrew Campbell, says correct.
Correct. It is correct.
Part of our game, but it is definitely and purposefully a game first. And he just continues to push this message no matter what the community really says, no matter what stats there are to really support the opposite. And as you can see,
oh, here we go. Oh, I didn't even see.
Triple C with the what the community thinks about your statement here. I've run multiple polls, and most people think that the Axie Infinity community is an investment first. In fact, he retweeted himself.
Just look at this. Wait, just real quick. Just this screenshot of his own tweet next to his own face on his own YouTube channel, retweeting his own shit.
To this game for the investment aspect, while only 10% got in for the gaming aspect. And if
you don't think he's about the clicks? Okay.
If you've watched any of my previous videos, this is supported by actual facts. And this comment right here from this guy says, entitled to some NFT is a great thing, but in the end, our NFT assets value lower to our initial investment, as the investor seems we're not secured enough to invest anymore. So he's basically just saying in his own words that investors are not very certain about this project anymore because the assets that people invested into are going down. And this is Sayori's response to this. He says, is your thesis that every investment should always go up at all times? Like, he never even said that, Sayori. Come on, dude. Learn how to read.
Wait. Let me read this again. As investor seems we're not secured to invest.
Is a basic statement, he said. People are losing confidence because they...
What? Wait.
To read. It is a basic statement. Always go up at all times. Like, he never even said that, Sayori.
Okay, yeah, you're right. He didn't say that assets should go up at all times, but he was directly talking about the asset continually going down. Like...
Come on, dude.
Okay.
Learn how to read. It is a basic statement, he said. People are losing confidence because
that's
the developers are focusing only on the game and not on the investment aspect at all. And that's what he's saying. Stop giving a shit about AXS and start giving a shit about SLP, because that's what the majority of your players rely on in terms of the investment aspect of playing this game. But Sayori likes to ignore that fact and just put out these really generalized statements that make no sense in the context that they are given. And then he goes on to say, are there not clear risks innate to investing in a developing alpha product? Of course there are, Sayori, but as the developer, it's your responsibility to address the majority of the community, which you fail to do time and time again.
I don't hate that point. That's something that I don't hate. There's one thing that I do not hate about Cryptoking that is 100% correct, is that their communication with the community is not as good as I would want it to be. But So what? Dude, I played Call of Duty for like 10 years. Did they ever even say anything to the community at any point during any of those 10 years of me playing the game? Did they ever update any guns on time? Did they ever listen to the community's suggestion about any single aspect of the game ever? No? Okay, well that's what I've been playing. So actually, to me, developers, I mean, you know, I would love more information, but don't we all from every game?
Now the real question here, who is really entitled? Is it the entire player base of Axie Infinity who wants SLP to be at a more reasonable price? Or is it the
reasonable price
who continue to push up the price of AXS with their updates while totally disregarding SLP whatsoever?
What's a reasonable price? Where are you like, all right, you know what? SLP right here, it's now reasonable that I can live off of me playing a game on my phone every day. At what point does SLP price become reasonable? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Ah!
They don't give a shit about SLP. Everyone, you tell me. Maybe somebody here is getting a little bit blinded by the money they've made, and that sounds like it's a little entitled to me. Maybe we should see if G-Hose, Psycho, and Andrew Campbell here are entitled, as opposed to the entire Axie Infinity community who's like, what are you doing? But I guess, hey, maybe all these people are just stupid. Maybe the community just has no idea what they're talking about. And the almighty gods, Andrew Campbell, G-Hose, and Psycho, who continuously just tweet about things that literally make no difference for the community whatsoever, have a good point. Maybe we're just all entitled and we should just stop asking for them to address the issues that matter to us. Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should just leave and just say, hey, you guys are the best. You guys know everything.
Right. And so, like, he likes to throw in these points right here, right? Because I think he is making a good point. And I hate to say that he is making a good point because it's unfortunate because he hides them between this dumbassery, but he is making a good point. There are some things that, you know, Axie isn't the best at. I mean, like I said, like, I would love more communication and speaking out on this, which he did, and, you know, maybe he got Axie to communicate a little bit more. And complaining about things that you believe in or that you want from a project, absolutely. Everybody does it. Kagi does it. He's like the OGest of OG. Bryson does it with Axie too. Everybody complains about the game if they don't do something that they don't like. He's putting that in to make it seem like he can't. His arguments are the problem.
We're all stupid. We're sorry.
Right. He's like, yeah, we're just all stupid. And then here, that's another. Can you read? At what point did anybody say you were stupid? Except for me right now. You're fucking stupid. Zori never said that.
Furthermore, the person who is talking about polls and very clearly addressing me and them saying,
oh, he's talking. He actually is bringing this up. It's crazy.
On social media, remember that our community is millions strong. A poll with a few thousand votes isn't even the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
It's less than 0.1% of the actual community. So he's basically saying that a poll with thousands of votes means nothing. Yet this is actually discredited.
Once again, can you read? Did he at any point say in this it means nothing?
Science, which I'm going to talk about right here. So, this is something that people should actually learn in high school, but it seems that Zori actually ended up skipping high school because I guess he was too smart for that too. But let's get the key takeaways of this greater than 30 whole equation and how it works. So, the central limit theorem, CLT, states that the distribution of sample means approximate a normal distribution as the sample size gets larger, regardless of the population's distribution. Sample sizes equal to or greater than 30 are often considered sufficient for the CLT to hold. A key aspect of CLT is that the average of the sample means and standard deviations will equal the population mean and standard deviations. So
key aspect is the average of the sample means and the standard deviations will equal the population mean. Okay.
Is larger than 30, and you have a bunch of people within that sample size. Go ahead and do a poll on social media, for example, and the majority of the people think a certain way from the entire sample size, well, that is a pretty good indicator of how the entire population feels. Now, my sample size was actually a lot larger than 30 people. In fact, it was multiple thousands of people, about 3,000 people to be exact. So my sample size was much larger than 30, meaning that it is fair to say that
it's like he expected.
This is how the majority of the entire population of Axie Infinity.
Whatever, you can just
but hey, I
put these math statistics up to your argument and say, sure.
Classes in high school. He definitely did not go to university with this kind of knowledge.
Definitely. And why are we being so hostile? What the fuck is that with? Definitely didn't. I mean, I can't read, but it sounds like he's calling him stupid. Damn, that's crazy. The fact that, I mean, how old is this dude? Like, has he had a real job?
Daddy, chill.
Yeah. You think?
Definitely should not be talking about math whatsoever.
Should not be talking
also,
about math.
directly from the mouth of Zyori, the amazing community manager of Axie Infinity, he says, be suspicious of anyone that claims to speak on behalf of the entire Axie community. These people are usually charlatans that only want
oh my god.
their own gain. Very, very interesting there, Andrew Campbell. I never said that I spoke on the behalf of the entire Axie community.
What is this? This whole... I never said this, but then, like, he can do it with...
That's one thing. You're putting words in my mouth.
I can't even... What? Alright. No. Turn that shit down, Keeps. What the fuck? Dude, that's way too loud. That was way too loud. I can't... How does he keep going back to this? I never said that, but then, like... Just keep making these... I mean, he keeps doing... He does it to him, and then he's like, well... 30 people should... according to math, 30 people represent an entire population. But then when you tell me that my poll... you know...
Which isn't a very nice thing to do, my friend. But another thing, I said I'm speaking on behalf of many people within the Axie Infinity community that are very upset. Which, if you ever read your comments and you didn't go ahead
you
and
are
block
definitely
everyone
speaking on people who are very upset.
You would probably see that too. But hey, I guess you're too good to hear these people out because hey, you know everything and nobody else.
When
knows
did he say he was too good?
Unless they agree with you, of course, and then they're of course right and they deserve to have a space in your community. But the moment that somebody says no and disagree,
so I would love to I don't know. So have you guys seen his interview with Bryson? Like, it's so funny, like, the conversation with Bryson, because fuck the conversation, right? Fuck the conversation. I want to bring this dude into a room, not in a room, on a Discord call, and just be like, okay, let's watch your own video. You can talk your way out of any conversation. This guy's slimy. He knows how to talk his way out. Like, he's charismatic, absolutely. He's getting these clicks, absolutely, on these videos, right? But he knows his way, how to talk his way out of any situation. He gets on a YouTube video, you know, he can fluff up Bryson all he wants. But then, like, what would it be like if I were to just sit down and, like, point out him contradicting himself, like, constantly over his own video? Right, and then, yeah, and exactly, and he's just gonna flip back when Axie goes back up again. I just can't. So, but when Axie goes up again, is he still gonna be so hostile? Because it almost seems like he's chosen a position now. This has become a little personal. It was before, it was kind of like just, you know, he was almost trying to be nice, you know, kind of thing. But then Zyori kind of got a little mean on Twitter. Not mean, but a little aggressive on Twitter. And then put me in a call, I will blur it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have a conversation with this guy and talk about this stuff, and he's like, yeah, we just want to hear more from the developers. And you're like, yeah, I agree. You know, he's like, oh, well, maybe we just want to see, like, pictures and updates every week. I'm like, yeah, that would be awesome, right? He could tell you that shit on the call. But, like, if you were to sit down and be like, oh, hey, here's you saying, hey, when did I say this? And then hitting them with the, hey, stop reading between the lines, or just like 15 seconds.
Agrees with you and says something like that.
We spent too much time on this video already.
Anymore. That kind of sounds a little bit like a totalitarian regime. What do you
right.
think?
This stuff makes him go viral, and we're just giving him, just giving him a platform, you know. And it is what it is. It works. And so, like, but is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't know. I'm ripping it. So, like, I express where I view on this, but is all press bad press? Is all press good press? I don't know, right? Because he's, I mean, yeah, he's absolutely in it for the views. If you click, I mean, like, how far do we have to scroll into his channel? I mean, just click on his channel. Here we go. We got, let's scroll down to videos. Okay, so SP is dying. Oh, just Jiho's destroying rank 1 Axie team. Crafting lead. SLP will recover from this. Oh, risk of dying. Future of Axie. Bots are destroying Axie. This update broke the game. 3,000 MMR. Huge Axie Infinity update. Massive SLP impact. SLP red arrow to the moon. Just like, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. He exists, and he's probably always going to exist for a long time in the Axie Infinity community, and we can't do anything about it. This is the best way because you take away 60 views. Yeah, I guess true. No, you guys don't have to watch it now. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if he's serious about any of it, is the real question. Like, I would love to hear if he's like the whole SLP thing to me. Like, I understand the cause for concern. When you see something you were invested in, you see the money you're earning going down, it does not look good, right? But if you believe in Axie Infinity and the work they have done and the team they've put and what they've already done with this game, SLP is kind of at a bottom. Like, this is not financial advice, but like, you don't think, I mean, we've already said that there's going to be burning mechanics in the future. We've said that the only burning mechanic right now is breeding. You don't think that they're going to bring in burning mechanics in the future? You're right. SLP doesn't look good. But why would you not buy it? Do you not think it's going to go up in the future? Do you think it's forever on a downtrend to 0? No chance. Even after Dex, even after Battles V2, even after if Land comes out, you're like, man, I don't know about this SLP thing. All these new burning mechanics introduced, it might still go down. So many new people coming into the game, breeding and burning and doing all these new things. Oh, man, SLP, though, dude, it could go down. Wait, why am I subscribed? What am I doing? I don't know. Well, I'm done. Done.